Hi, this is Sheena from Lyca Radio, and today I have the Bae with me. And no, she needs no introduction. When we talk about how gehraiya she is in all about her appearances, and she is Bollywood diva in terms of fashionista. And yes, of course, she's going to be a billionaire fashionista. One and only I have with me, Ananya Panday. So, hello and welcome, Ananya.
Hello, thank you.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good at, you know what, it's basically, you say it's a kind of, probably a dream for me to basically be sharing that space with you, because morning I was watching the trailer and I was wondering, one day I'm going to just speak to Ananya and talk about it. I just watched the trailer and I was just like mesmerizing my life. Can I have this life? When you start from a Delhiite and then you move on to the Mumbai one. And then half an hour, I get just a call from Leica Radio simply saying that,
Oh,
okay, can
wow.
you interview Ananya? And I was like, I was at the grocery store. I was like, should I think about a life of a Mumbai or a Delhi or a London? But then definitely it's amazing, just speaking to you
That's
and
great.
especially watching the trailer before we start. It's just mesmerizing. So thank you
Thank,
so much.
thank you.
So let's just start, about the Bay itself, and then we're going to move on to the Prime video series. But how did it came to you, and how was it like you agreed for a series? And as I understand, this is your debut in OTT platform.
Yes. Um, so when it came to me, the idea, Karan actually had told me about it a couple of years ago. And I think the idea, when I'd heard it for the first time, it was more of a story of how Pooh, from K3G had been kicked out of her house. And, if she had to survive without all of her money, what would she do? And that was the initial idea. And then I didn't hear about it for some time. And then finally, Karan and the entire team came with a full script. And this time it was completely different. It was based on a girl called Bae, who's from Delhi. She's from South Delhi. She has a super privileged life and everything. And when I got the script, I got 8 episodes in one night, and I actually finished reading all 8 because it was so interesting. And it was such a fun world. I was automatically pulled into the world, and all the characters and everything that was going on. So there was no reason why I shouldn't do it. As a young actress, it's a dream role because you're headlining a show for the very first time. You get to show so many shades of a character. You get to do comedy also, which I've never really done before. So and the amazing team, it's a full ensemble cast. The director Collin, it's his first series, but it was so much fun working with him. So there was no reason why I didn't. There was no reason not to do it.
So was there any particular reason why it's called Call Me Bae, the
So her name
title
is
itself?
Bella. Her name is
Okay.
Bella, and the people who love her call her Bae. It's like a nickname that everyone has for her.
Okay, I think it just goes with your personality too. And I have to ask about, I saw that auto rickshaw video clipping, in the trailer. Have you ever been in an auto rickshaw before, or was it the first time you experienced while doing these series?
Many times I've been in an auto before. I'm a Bombay girl, so
Yeah,
you end up going in an auto rickshaw quite a few times. So I've been.
and and yeah, because how was it different from a preparing and just doing a life of a Delhiite and then moving into Mumbai, because you've always been in Mumbai, born, brought up, and you understand
Yeah,
that bathroom size, the statements that were made, like you'll get an apartment of that size. So
yeah.
was it like, did you had to move into Delhi to get into that space of looking at the South Delhi side, or?
No, not really. I think while growing up, because my mom's side of her family, they're from Delhi. So
Okay.
I've grown up, I've spent a lot of years growing up in Delhi as well. So I think I didn't have to move there. I think I've observed enough in life. And a lot of it was in the writing, a lot of the nuances, a lot of the characteristics of someone from South Delhi was all written into the dialogue. So I didn't have to do much research.
Wonderful. And how was it different from, like, you've been doing movies and such amazing movies, and moving on from movies to an OTT platform? Was that a challenge in terms of delivery times? And how do you think, because everyone watches OTT platform these days?
Yeah, I think the challenge, I wouldn't really call it a challenge, but it was actually a really exciting part for me as an actor because I
Yeah.
got to dive in much deeper into the character because, you get to see her journey through 8 episodes. It's not just in 1 hour that you have to fully show a character. You get 30-40 minutes in each episode to kind of dive very deep into the character. So I think just the length of time that you get and the amount you get to show, the range, you get to show an entire journey and a story, and you can also have subplots going on with the other characters. So the fullness that comes with the series is what I really enjoyed.
So was there, because when I watched the trailer, it comes across as a self delivery to an individual. It's more of like you live a life, a privileged life, you have been born with that golden spoon, and all of a sudden when you get into that situation, is the story all about that how you self discover yourself, or?
A little bit, that's just the start of the story. It kind of just it it starts off with that, where she kind of, in the first episode only, you get to kind of see that she has, for whatever reasons you'll find out in the first episode, she kind of has to move out of her house and then survive in Mumbai. So it happens very early on in the show. So while the self discovery is happening and the journey to really understand herself, there are lots of other things going on at the same time, and I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised when they watch the show, because it seems like just a chick flick on the surface, but there's so much more to it once you watch it.
I think everyone is looking forward. It's something fresh that is coming on the platform, and it's all about you see, and definitely just mesmerizing way of thinking about Pooh. And you have seen, like 2 years back, you dressed up like Pooh to
Yeah.
in one of the events. So is it a dream come true for you as well? Because I think everyone I speak to is always talking about the character of Pooh, and you're
Yeah.
going to live with that.
Yeah,
It'll be.
for me, Pooh is so iconic, and she's a character that I've grown up loving. She's, as you say, your first love on screen. I think she was my first love on screen, and up till last year, as you said, I dressed up like her because she,
Yeah.
like, more than anything, she gave me a lot of confidence as a young girl to be myself. And this is like a mini tribute to her. Obviously,
Okay.
we can't even come close to what Karina and Karan did with that character, but even if we get 1% of the love that Pooh got, we'll be happy.
Oh, that's going to be really interesting to watch. And what about the other star cast? You worked with Veer Das
Yes, yes.
and Minnie Mathur. How was it working with the
A
other
lot
stars?
of fun. Even though Bay is the titular and the central character of the show, there are so, what really makes Bay is the people around her. And there's Minnie Mathur ma'am, who's playing my
Yeah.
mom, and there's Veer Das, who's this devilish, evil, delicious character. And there's so many more. There's Varun Sood, Gurfateh Pirzada, Vihan Samat, Muskan Jaffrey, Lyra Dutt, Lisa Mishra. So it's actually a really fun bunch of people, and I think people are really going to fall in love with the characters, and they'll be able to relate to one of the characters for sure.
Oh, that's interesting. And it's Colin's debut series as
Yes,
well. So
yes.
so yeah, I'm sure. How was it working with Colin on the sets? Was
Amazing.
he?
I didn't feel like his debut at all. He was a very confident, assured, sure director of what he wanted to do. And he was very sensitive to all of the actors, and, the way we had to be directed. He understood each and every one of us, and that was really special.
Oh, that's going to be really interesting to watch this particular series. And then just last message, if people, why should everyone go and simply watch Call Me Bay on 6th of September?
Yes, I think if people want to have fun, if they want to, if they want like a breath of fresh air and to just feel good and watch something and also laugh and maybe learn something at the end of it, then I think Bay is the right place to go.
So it's an amalgamation where you basically see a message also in the end,
There's a
and then
little bit of everything in the show.
a little bit of everything. And I can see the excitement, and the way everyone is watching the trailer. And it's going to be really interesting to watch you being a bay, and especially that dialogue which says 7 luxury cars, a chopper, and a fairy tale wedding. I think that's every girl's dream. So is it still your dream, or is it
I mean,
like
not the chopper and the luxury cars, but definitely, yeah, as you said, it's
fairy
every
tale
little
wedding?
girl's dream. Yes.
Yeah. So this Watch Me Bay, I should say, called
Yes.
Watch Me Bay with Call Me Bay.
Watch me Bay, and then call me Bay. That's the
Call
best.
Me Bay. So I'm going to just take time, a little bit of time to understand Ananya Panday more. So Ananya, just quickly, what's your favorite food?
My favorite food is butter chicken.
Butter chicken. And is it homemade, or do you basically like food from outside?
Yeah, any whatever butter chicken can wow me, then
So
yeah.
specifically for this series, did your dad give you any help or any guidance in terms of?
No, not really. I think because I was doing comedy for the first time, I
Yeah.
often go back and watch some of his old films like Ankhe and stuff, which are really funny. So yeah, he didn't tell me anything, but I've just observed so much of him.
Okay. And I love his Anke. I have to confess that I don't know how many times I watched that movie. It's always like you watch it every time I feel a little bit low, just watch that movie.
Yes.
You're so happy about it. It's done so nicely. And Ananya, what are we looking forward now after this?
So
Call
I
Me
have
Bae.
a film coming out on Netflix
Okay.
a month after. It's coming out on 4th October called Control, which is directed by
Okay.
Vikramaditya Motwani. So it's in a month, which is very exciting. And then I have a theatrical release next year and
Okay.
some more exciting stuff.
Okay, I think that's really, and all the best for Call Me Bae. We are going to
Thank
watch
you.
the Bay and
Yeah.
call you Bay only from now onwards. But thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your time. This is Sheena from Lyca Radio, and thank you, Ananya Panday, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.